Alright everyone, what is up? BCK here, back with another video. This time we are up against the Moria. This game was pretty tough. We'll start things off with rolling for evens or odds. I chose evens and I go ahead and go first. Alright guys, so I think we chose to stay with this hand. We got a 0 cost event, a Sanji, a Perona, a Dofi, and an 8 cost Katakuri. That is a pretty solid hand. And I start things off by going first and I play a Perona. Look at the top 5. So we have a 2 cost event, a Gravity Blade, a Sanji, a Dofi, and a Beji. So I'm pretty sure I choose to draw the 2 cost event first. Then I believe it was the Gravity Blade, then the Dofi, then the Beji, and then the Sanji. I believe that's how I ordered it, yep. And then I pass to him. He starts off with a brand new, decides to take the Tashigi, the 2k Tashigi. Alright, so we're at 3 Dawn. I play a Dofi, mainly because I want to see if I can try to Sanji into anything on turn 9 Dawn. And as you can see, we did pull a Yamato, so I go ahead and rearrange that to the Gravity Blade, Dofi, Beji, and then the Yamato. That way I can Sanji into the Yamato on my turn 9 Dawn. Alright, so on his turn 4 Dawn, he plays... Alright, so he decides to swing 7k at lead, and uses leader ability to pull a Hogback, and then he takes a Sindri to hand. I go ahead and block with that, and I did kind of misplay here. I expected to draw the other Dofi, but I drew the Gravity Blade. It was kind of my mistake. So I swing 5 at lead, takes it, then I swing 5 at lead again, and he unfortunately takes it again. I was kind of hoping to get some counter out of his hand, but you know, I was pretty sure he was trying to fish for those 8 cost Morias. So he swings at my Perona. I'm not going to defend that. He swings 5 with Hogback, and I go ahead and counter out with the 9k. And then I was able to rearrange my life into the 0 cost event, the not the Beji, the Brule, and then it was Perona and an X-Drake. Pretty sure that's how I rearranged it. So I go ahead and take that life, and I drew an X-Drake. He plays a Hogback, and he takes a Perona to hand. Alrighty, so he passes... Oh, no, and then he finishes it off by playing a Hina. So we're at 7 Dawn. I swing 5 at his Hogback, hoping to get some counter out of his hand, and he surely enough gives me a 1k. Then I Gravity Blade both the Hina and the Hogback. I definitely do not want him to have a Hina in trash, because that would be very, very bad for me. The Hogback, I can't really do anything about that. So he goes ahead and starts by swinging 7k at lead, and then he brings out a Perona. So he wants me to trash a card. I go ahead and trash the X-Drake, and then I take the hit. Swings 5k at lead, I counter out with 1k, and just wait to see what he's about to do. He has about he has 4 Dawn left, so I'm just waiting patiently. He's doing Moria things. Plays a Sindri, so right after, when I saw him play the Sindri, I knew he's trying to fish for those 8 cost Morias. Then he plays a Rebecca, and he pulls another 2k Tashigi. So this is he's already telling me that he has a lot of counter in hand, and that's kind of terrifying. So I draw the Beji, and I know that the Yamato is coming up. So the original plan was to Sanji into the Yamato. So I go ahead and swing 5 into Hogback, hoping to get some counter out of his hand, or for him to block. Surely enough, counters out. So then I just stick with the plan. Sanji, Yamato, and I decide to pop the Hogback. Yeah, I mean, it didn't really matter if I popped the Hogback or the Perona. So, and then, I kind of showed him my hand right there. That was not good. So he swings 5k with Perona. I go ahead and take this hit because I knew it was a Brule. Then he swings 5 with brand new, and I give him a 2k. I give him the Beji. He swings 5k at lead. Then I give him the 1k, and I knew that he was going to play this Moria. I just knew it. He had 8 Dawn left. He had to bring it out. So he uses Moria to bring out a Borsellino active and a brand new. And as fortunate for him, he whiffed, and that's good for me. So then he passes turn, and I play the 8-drop Katakuri, move the Moria to the bottom of his life because I really did not want that there. I swing 7k at his Perona. He decides to block and give me a 2k. Then I swing 9 at his Borsellino, swing 9 at his Perona, and he blocks with that one. So this is already looking pretty good for me. I have a lot of big bodies, and I know that he's going to play another Moria. I just know it, so he swings 5 at lead. Go ahead and take that. And then he swings 5 again with his brand new. Then I trigger the 0 cost event. Trash the Sanji, get another life. And then he swings again with leader. And I was debating about whether or not to trigger this one. Then I just go ahead and bottom the Perona. And I have 0 life. So I knew that he was going to play this Moria. He had 8 Dawn again. He brings out the Hogback and the brand new. So he used the brand new first. I think he pulls the Hina. No, he pulls another counter card. And then with the Hogback, he was able to pull back another Moria to hand. So this guy's already using a lot of Morias. I can see that. It's not looking too good for me, but luckily I know that I'm going to have another Katakuri in hand. So I play that again. Bottom the other Moria. So my board is looking pretty stacked here. So I swing 8 into his brand new. I'm just clearing the board. I swing 9 into the other brand new. That's gone. So then I swing 7 into his lead, heal one more time, swing 9 into lead, he takes that again, and then I pass turn. So he swings 5, I block that. Then he swings 7k with leader. I go ahead and trigger a really lucky Brûlé there. And then he plays another Moria. So he brings out brand new and Rebecca. So with brand new, he pulls out a Tsuru, and with Rebecca, he pulls out a 2k Tashigi. So he already pulled 2 2ks into his hand. And I was like, wow. Then he plays with Rebecca, he plays another brand new and pulls out a Hina. So then he passes turn to me. So right now he's playing very defensively now, which is really good on my end. So I swing. This is a pretty cool turn. So I swing 6k into Hogback, heal. So now we both have a total of 4 life. I swing 8 into that Hogback. Then I swing 8 into brand new, swing 9 into brand new, and then I remove one of my Katakuris to play a Yamato, and then I pop the Rebecca and I heal another life. Then I swing 9 into lead, and I stop there, mainly because I don't have any more attacks, but I don't want him to get another Moria. So that was a pretty cool turn right there. I knew that I was going to Yamato that Rebecca and heal another life. So he starts being aggressive, he swings 11 at my Katakuri, go ahead and block that. Then he swings 5 at lead to trigger another lucky Boa, and then he plays another Moria, Rebecca, brand new, pulls out another 2k to hand, and then with Rebecca, he pulls another 2k to hand, and then Rebecca ability plays a Hina. Dude, this guy has so many 2ks in hand, it's very terrifying right now. So right here, I am kind of stuck, so I'm debating about whether or not to swing big with leader, or if I should just swing at his Morias. It's looking really tough here. So I swing 9 into Hina. He go ahead and doesn't block that. So I was kind of expecting him to block there. And I'm counting my Dawn. I was gonna swing big with my leader to heal one more time, but honestly I kind of took that back. I was like, no, you know what? That's not a good decision. So I decided to swing 6 into the brand new heal. He does not block that. So then I swing, just counting my Dawn. I was making sure to do this correctly because I know he has like a gazillion counter in his hand. So I swing 11 to lead. He blocks that. I swing 11 to lead again. So right now he's counting it. He's really trying to figure out what I'm doing here. So I believe with this 11k attack, he counters out with a lot of 2ks. So he's counting, he's thinking and thinking. I have 4 Dawn left, and I have 1 more attacker. Let's see what he does. I believe this one he actually counters. No, he takes this one. I swing 11 again, and that's the one that he counters. Yep. So he gets out of that attack. So I fished 4 cards out of his hand with that attack, and I go ahead and pass to him with 2 Dawn left open. I was trying to bait him into, letting him know that I have a counter, because he knows that I run those counters. So right now I put him in a position where he cannot 8 cost Moria me anymore, because I will punish him hard if he plays another 8 cost. So I believe right here he's gonna start going for my big bodies because he has no other choice. I can literally kill him next turn if he does not go after my big bodies. So he swings 5 to lead. And unfortunately, I really don't have any counter. I have 2 0 cost events and a Sanji. I take that, pull another Yamato. So I have 1 life left. He has 1 life left. He's counting. He's debating about what to do here. Honestly, it's pretty tough on his end. So he plays... so I believe he was trying to go for game here. So he plays a Sakazuki, and he trashes a card and pops my last blocker. So I have max 11k encounter with my 2-0 cost events. So he swings 9 to lead, and I go ahead and give him my whole hand, because if I took that life and then he put all of his down on his other Moria, I could not get out of that attack. So then he goes after my Yamato, because I literally have no counter. I cannot protect my Yamato. And then he plays a Borsellino to play defensively. So right here, I was feeling sort of good, but sort of bad, because I know he has a lot of 2Ks in hand. And I start things off by swinging 11 into lead, just to try to fish some cards out of his hand. I'm trying to see what he's going to do. I know he has 1 Moria in hand and 1 Moria last in life, so I know that's a dead card in his hand. And he debates on this one. I think this one he may block, if I remember correctly. So 11 to lead. He's counting his cards, because I'm pretty sure he knows that I could potentially go for game here. So he's trying to think of all the outcomes of how he can possibly survive this turn. So 11 to lead, and he's just thinking and thinking and thinking, because I'm not letting him know what I'm going to do. So yeah, he takes the hit, and that kind of threw me off. I was hoping that he would block with that one. So not trying to stretch out my Dawn. I don't want to let him know what I'm going to do. Counting my Dawn here, just thinking about what I should do, if I should just go for game. So I go ahead and swing 11 again, so he blocks that one. That kind of gives me a good idea of how many counter he has. So I swing 13 to lead, and he literally gives me all the counter in his hand, and I just asked him to recount that, because that's a big attack. And surely enough, he does, and I swing 6 to lead, and that was game. So he had 2 Morias and a Sakazuki in hand. I honestly thought that was it for me. If that attack did not go through, I would have lost, even with the healing. So I finished the game with 2 life, and that's the game, guys. Queen into Moria. That was a really tough game. He literally pulled all 4 Morias, and I managed to survive that. And it was a crazy game. But surely enough, we came on top, guys. GG's.